To give us more, let's bring in SJA Sports Journalist of the Year, Henry Winter. Henry, a very good morning.
Morning, Henry.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Ali. Die Hard, definitely a Christmas film. It's set on Christmas Eve.
Listen, that doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas film, Henry.
Please don't tell me you've got the Christmas TV films in front of you. You begin
to sound like Shaban there, Henry.
We're talking about, we do, research and homework, but not Christmas Eve telly. Come on.
But I agree with you on the Jackal. Best thing on telly at the moment.
Brilliant,
How good is that?
Yeah.
It's fantastic, Henry. What did you think, mate? A couple of, not three great, very, very good results for the British teams. Villa, good away win. Liverpool. It's interesting to hear Arne Slot. Now, we were talking about it, Henry, before Alan and I started the show before 6. He's had first time he's kind of had I wouldn't say a wee pop, but he's registered some, discontent about his team's performance. However, he has got to be absolutely pinching himself with the way things have started.
Yes, but he's probably looked at the assault course of the Christmas fixture list and thought, right, just sort of keep lighting a fire under these players who probably don't need that extra motivation, because you look at them, there's so many leaders of national teams in that side that they're responsibility takers. They drive each other on, drive themselves on. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting what he said. He was far from pleased that they were pausing in the press. Maybe there was an element of fatigue. Maybe he will rotate a little bit more when he can. But that's a good performance. That I mean, what 1-0 away? What is it you said? So 9 hours without conceding a goal in the Champions League. Alisson obviously returning. Keller has been terrific. Well, a couple of mistakes, but Alisson returning, doing well. Virgil van Dijk, obviously so strong. Gravenberch in midfield has been one of the players of the season, probably one of the surprises of the season to see him there and doing so well. And then, of course, Mo Salah, 16 goals in 22 games now. Amazing. He's been sensational. So you look at that spine that Liverpool have got, obviously Salah slightly on the right, and you just think, well, let's go. But you know what? We're so used to Arne Slot in his press conference afterwards coming in with a smile. And it's all sort of jolly, and now you're seeing the other side to him, the sort of the super competitive side to him, and one of the reasons why he is doing so well at Liverpool, because he's driving them on.
Did I hear him say? I'm sure it was Arne saying about when we press, you've got to, we were just a little bit hesitant pressing, and that allows other teams to play out and play around us. So he's clearly he's a perfectionist basically. And it's nice to hear him, as you say, Henry, rather than just praise and praise. He's trying to keep them right up to speed here, because, as you say again, Henry, the next few games coming up, the next half a dozen games are massive, aren't they? Look at Chelsea, the form they're in at the moment. It's not just Arsenal chasing them, is it? So, and we don't know if City are going to go on a run. So I think it's going to be difficult for Liverpool playing in all these fronts.
Yes, but he's got an amazing spirit there. They might add in January. They didn't really in the summer, apart from Chiesa. But we've seen he's got some good kids coming through. Maybe you could withdraw or pull back one or two from loan. But it's just the spirit of the place. I mean, even players who are sort of on the bench and eager to sort of come on, maybe like Gakpo earlier in the season. I mean, he's just been a revelation. What you see with him is that, you guys played with great coaches, like sort of Bobby Robson. They make good players better. You can see his one-on-one coaching with the Gravenberch, how he's improved him. Curtis Jones, how he's improved him. He's now playing for England, embedded in the England squad. And it's outstanding. Obviously, he's got issues to sort out, or the club has, in terms of Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah's contracts. You would assume those would be sorted. Then there is the more complicated Trent Alexander-Arnold situation with Real Madrid obviously wanting a player of his talent.
Yeah.
Henry, what about tonight? Number 20 in the league visit 22. I didn't think for a minute we would stay in that at the start of the competition. City off to Turin.
Well, I mean, those comments from Pep Guardiola yesterday possibly gives a slight indication, not so much the pressure he's under, but the general fatigue that sort of manages. I mean, this will be his 903rd game as a manager in a sort of a decade and a bit, with Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Manchester City. And obviously he had that sort of time out and relaxed in Manhattan, but it is quite a stressful job. I know they get paid huge amounts, but you guys have been in dressing rooms. It'd be interesting to know what the reaction of Manchester City players when they hear this indomitable manager indicating a slight element of fatigue and almost thinking about the future.
Yeah. Henry, just a quick one. Rumours about abound again about Marcus Rashford. As much as he's in the goals at the moment, it looks like, if the rumours are true, he's not living properly, and United will sell at the right price. Is that a surprise to you, or have you heard these rumours circulating?
He's started 2 games for Ruben Amorim and scored 3 goals. So there's clearly a good player there. Everyone knows what a talent he is. We saw it a couple of seasons ago when he was so prolific. But it looks like, not that he's lost the love of the game, but he needs to have more brought out of him, and he can bring that out himself. The other players can, the coach can. I mean, I hate this idea of just sort of writing off a player in his mid-20s when he should be heading into his peak, when he's still got his pace, when he is a good footballer. And I would think a manager of Ruben Amorim's man management qualities and coaching qualities could actually maybe coax the best out of Marcus Rashford. But of course, he needs to want it himself, and that desire. Why go anywhere else? I mean, maybe he needs a break, but can anyone else afford his wages? Can anyone else afford the fee that Manchester United will want for him? I'm hearing sort of 45 million on the back pages of the papers today. But I just hope that he's given a chance by Amorim to show what he can do. But obviously that has to come from within, as well as the tactical setup.
Henry, nice one. Talk later.
Enjoy the games tonight, Henry.
Enjoy tonight. Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
You too, mate. Henry. Thank you. What was I going to say there about... it's just slipped my... talking about wanting it. Isn't Sancho now beginning to hit top form?
Great goal.
Wasn't it?
Isn't that amazing?
Suddenly his confidence is back. His feet are quicker.
It just shows you. I mean, half of it's confidence. I told you, I saw him in Dortmund. He was taking people on. He was, if not the main man, he certainly looked as though he was enjoying the experience of being wanted. His confidence was high. It just reminds you what a major part of your makeup it is.
Marcus, is the jury in and out of United? Let us know. I'm sick of reading all these so-called rumours, but clearly something's not right. But as Henry says, 3 goals in 2 games. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, is there? 03717 223344.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.